Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya and I'm here today with my TBR for the cold season. Autumn, winter, Christmas. I found a bunch of books that will suit those moods and that I want to read. We've got a very cozy setup going on. Got a pumpkin, got this tree and a white pumpkin. Treat this more as the books that I'm thinking of reading that are kind of circulating in my mind as options. Not to guarantee that I will read all of these or even try to read all of these, no. I filmed a summer TBR earlier this year and I did not read as many as I thought I would from there because of one little book that put me in such a long reading slump. If you know, you know. So yeah, this is just like my options. All of the books are going to be clean. Most of them are young adults, a few middle grade, some adult ones too. And maybe it'll give you some ideas of what to read this cold weather time also. And also later on, I'm probably going to be finding more options after this video, but this is like what I'm thinking of at the moment. And if you guys want any recommendations, autumn, winter, Christmas, holiday, check out my recommendations playlist. There's a book for autumn recommendations, for Christmas, holiday, winter books that I already read about and think they would be perfect for this type of weather. We're gonna kind of start from like autumn books and make our way to winter and Christmas. First is The Apothecary Diaries. This is actually my current read. So yes, already starting. This is a light novel and this is a historical fiction. There's an anime of this, a manga of this, and it sounded really good. Basically, this girl, she goes to work at the palace and she starts off just as a servant, keeping her head down, and she just kind of wants to stay like that until she can leave. And then people learn that she's an apothecary. She knows a lot about medicines and poisons and stuff, so they kind of promote her to a higher position where she gets to do that. And there's lots of like little mysteries and stuff that happen throughout this. It's fun so far. So far I've read 202 pages. There is like a plot going throughout, kind of, but mostly it's just like a lot of little stories and like mysteries, which I really like. It like this, it feels like more chill, like slice of life. The next day, oh, this thing happened, and we like go along with her as she figures it out. If you like courtly intrigue, you will probably like this book because it has a lot of that. Next is Falling Like Leaves. I heard about this months ago for a release and I added it on my to read and like looked out for it for when it would release. It's out now. From the moment I read the description, I thought this sounded really good. Right now I can't really remember what it's about, but it's a small town, the guy is a barista, and I hope I do get to this one because I'm really excited for it. It seems like a great cozy autumn read. Next is Rewitched. This one is about a girl who just turned 30 and she gets contacted by this coven of witches or something. Basically her magical abilities are unlocking, I think, or that she already had them, but now she's getting contacted by witches. Basically it's witchy, there's a bookstore, and it sounds really nice. And book 2 of this also recently came out. It's called Uncharmed. They're not super duper interconnected, but it is still recommended that you read them in order, and I do want to read them in order. And the second one sounds really nice too. Next is The Enchanted Greenhouse, which is book 2 of The Spell Shop. I already talked about wanting to read this one a few times, but I absolutely love The Spell Shop. This is 5 freaking stars, so I am really excited to read that. My sister is also looking forward to reading that, and she also keeps asking me to buy book 2 of Twin Crowns, which is Cursed Crowns, I think, because we both read Twin Crowns and it was pretty fun. And I was recently kind of in a mood to get the second book. Right now, I'm not really, but I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. I didn't put on my TBR because at the moment I don't really feel in the mood for it. Next, I heard about this one like a few days ago, really recently. It's called Drawn Together, and I have heard so many good things about this one. The Goodreads reviews are just like filled with 5 stars or almost 5 stars, or people have been saying 6 stars or infinite stars. I don't really want to get my expectations too high for this, and I wasn't like super interested by the cover because I think the man has a beard, and that kind of like makes me not as interested because most of the books I read are about teenagers. It's about a children's author and a children's illustrator, like for books. One of them writes books, the other illustrates pictures for books. And yeah, people said this is super cute and really good. So I don't know, maybe I'll read this. I don't know about this one. Next are Agatha Christie books. I got these 2 recently in my book warehouse book shopping video. I went book shopping at a humongous book warehouse where there are so many discounted books and it feels like an IKEA or a Costco with books. Go watch it if you haven't already. Anyways, I also got these 2 there, and I did start this one, as you can see, my bookmark in here, but I already talked about it in a different video that I put it down, but I will pick it back up soon probably, because I just like, when I started this, I wasn't totally in the mood for it. But I do like classics and I do like mysteries. I used to read mysteries more when I was like a preteen, but now I don't really read them that often. Maybe I should get back into it. Or I could read some other books that I got at the book warehouse, which are all pretty good for autumn. Like there's another mystery, this one is in middle grade, another classic, and some others. I could also start the Natural series. That's smack. Because mystery series in autumn, like duh. This wasn't my summer TBR too though, but I did not get to it. Did not get to a lot of books there, like I said, because of one book that put me in a reading slump. I might also read some summer books in autumn and winter because there's some that I was really excited for, so why not, you know? Next, I'm not totally sure about this one. Like, I don't know how I feel about this one, but it's called Cozy Hollow. This one is apparently a cozy mystery series, I think, about animal woodland characters. Like, all the characters in here are animals, and they live in like a small town. People say this is like very unique. I would assume so, since they're all animals. And that it's a short and quick read, just over 200 pages, and that it's a mystery. I already said that, I think. When I first heard about this, I was like, are you guys sure this is an adult book? I mean, it's literally about animals. But it's a murder mystery, so I guess kids wouldn't want to read about an animal getting murdered, and I'm not sure I would either. It just seems really wrong, imagining these cute animal characters who walk around and talk and thinking that one of them murdered a different one. That just seems unnecessarily like wrong and like dark, and when people say this is very cozy, I don't know how I feel about that. So I don't know if I will read this. Like, if I do, it could be like a really quick short read, but I don't know if I will. If you've read this, like, let me know what you thought of it, because I'm a little bit perplexed, a little confused on how I feel about it. Next is Secrets, Spells, and Chocolate. I got an ARC for this book. Thank you to the author for sending this to me. Her name is Marissa Churchill, and she's I think she's a chef and a baker, and she competed in Top Chef. Forgot which season. I watched a lot of cooking shows, but I didn't watch this one. This is her first book. She decided to bring that culinary experience from her life and use it to write a young adult book about this girl who goes to culinary school, and it seems really cozy and like perfect, like autumn, yes, but like winter, and reading about culinary school, like this is giving me more winter vibes, being really cozy, reading about sweet treats, confectionaries. As you can see, advanced reading copy. And it officially releases in December, I'm pretty sure. I'll put the date on the screen. Next, this one is not very autumny, but it came out really recently, like a week ago. It's called K Jane. And I've been, like, the moment I heard about this, I added it to my want to read list. I also talked about it in my mid-year book freakout tag that this is an anticipated read for me. It just sounds really fun and cool. Basically, this girl, she's Korean American, and she wants to get re-immersed in her culture, and so she starts incorporating more Korean things in her life, like Korean food, K-pop, K-dramas, K-fashion, K-beauty, which also a lot of those things are trendy these days, and it also touches in on that, and I think she becomes popular or something for doing that. As you guys may already know, I recently got a Kobo, and I found some books that I would possibly like to read on here as well. I already downloaded some free books on here, like there were some deals, like stuff your Kobo days. First is Between Ink and Shadows. This one is on the shorter side. I think it's below 300 pages. It's a fantasy, I'm pretty sure, and people say it's good for fans of Cruel Prince. I love Cruel Prince, but there are lots of books that say that, but then they're kind of like cringy and just like not the best. But this one actually does have some good reviews. Well, obviously it has bad reviews too. I read quite a lot of mixed opinions on it, but I'm kind of interested in trying it for myself. It seems good from the description. And then also by the same author, there's Beyond the Filigree Wall, which I also downloaded on here. This is a different series already, the first book of it. And this description also sounded pretty good. Also on the Kobo, I found this book. It's called Murder is Binding, a Booktown Mystery. It's basically a town where there's like a whole street of bookshops. Like, I don't know how they would do that. Wouldn't they like outcompete each other and run out of business? But overall, that sounds like pretty cool. And this woman, she has her bookshop and she's just gonna solve a murder. Sounds pretty good. This one I actually came across really randomly and I never heard about anything before. I was just exploring the books on my Kobo and found this one. Moving on to some that actually take place in winter. First is The Bear and the Nightingale. I have heard about this one so many times. Like, it's that type of book that you see like a million times on Book Talk, on BookTube, and I never really considered reading it that much. Like, I heard other people like it, but I usually stay away from more mainstream books, and this one seemed very mainstream to me because I kept seeing everywhere. Why did nobody tell me? Why does nobody say that this is actually a Russian, like set in Russia? The character is Russian, I'm pretty sure. And I read the description of it and it actually sounds so good. And I'm Russian, by the way, so I really want to read this winter now. It sounds really good and cozy and like very atmospheric. I'm curious what it's gonna be like. Next is The Cuffing Game. There's literally snow on the cover and this one sounds so good. I think these people are in college and this girl, she starts her own like college dating show and then this guy's helping her. It sounds fun. Moving on to Christmas, one that I really want to read is Rent Yourself an Elf. This is a very short one. I think it's 200-ish or below 200. Basically, this guy shows up on her doorstep. You can rent him as an elf. He's gonna just help you around, and people said it's like really fun to read about. Just imagining yourself having this like handsome guy hang out on your porch at your beck and call. It's like those, you know, rent yourself a boyfriend and they'll like help you out with stuff. Or I know in Russia they have a thing, husband for an hour, and they'll like help you out with like building something or maintenance or I don't know, little handy tasks around the house. So this sounds kind of similar except Christmas twist on it. Next is this Nancy Drew Christmas book. My brother has this one and he really liked it. My sister really liked it. She said like the vibes of it are like so good and wintry and cozy. So I am kind of interested in reading that. Next are a few that I'm not sure about. Like it's some Christmas ones that I found. I may read them, I may not read them. Oh wait, first is one that I do want to read. It's called Cabin Mates. I read so many good reviews on this one. I can't tell you what it's about, but the good reviews are what matters, and people said it's like really cozy vibes, and the cover is really cute too. Okay, so the main character Guy, he lost a bet to his older brother, and now he's not allowed to go on a single date for 4 entire months. Who cares? But for him, it's a big deal. And then this girl, she needs him to be her fake boyfriend for a wedding that she's going to. So he's not gonna tell his brother and help her out. It's not technically dating, they're fake dating, but we all know how that ends. Okay, now onto the ones that I'm not sure about. Like I heard about them and I may read them, but I'm not like really interested in reading them. First is Never Evers. This is about a girl who gets kicked out of ballet school or a ballet academy and sent to her school ski trip, which sounds pretty fun. And there's also a main character guide too, I think. Next is Better Watch Out. In this one, our main character has a whole entire bucket list ready to go to New York City for the holidays and do the bucket list with her boyfriend, but then she comes and her boyfriend turns into her ex. They break up. Then there's also this other guy. He's like some kind of Secret Service protection agent or something, like a bodyguard kind of. They kind of have an encounter and then people think that he's bodyguarding her, that she's his client. And so now she's kind of in danger because they're like, ooh, she's important or something like that. So he has to stick with her now and protect her, and they're probably gonna do the bucket list together. Bucket list books during Christmas are like such a classic, but they're pretty good. I mean, I only read one, which is Dash and Lily's Book of DRs. I've read this at least 2 times. It's a nice series. And reminder, if you want some Christmas book recommendations, some that I have read and I can tell you if they're good or not, then go check it out. Next is Snowflakes and Shenanigans. This one is like a Regency one. This main character girl is visiting her friend before Christmas for a few days, and then snowstorm happens. She's stuck there, and also her childhood enemy is also stuck there. So yeah, they get up to some fun stuff. It's snowing outside. Don't know if I'll read this one, but it's an option. Next is the 12 Dates of Christmas. Pretty sure the main character also gets broken up with right before Christmas, and so she goes on 12 dates after that to meet new guys. Sounds very similar to 10 Blind Dates, which is one of my favorite Christmas books ever. No, one of my favorite books ever probably. Like, it's definitely up there. It's really good and really funny, 100% of 5 stars, and you should definitely read it this Christmas. Like, if you're gonna read any book this Christmas, let it be this. So yeah, that is sounding kind of similar to that because she goes on 10 blind dates that her family members choose for her. I don't know who chooses her dates here. It does have some good reviews, but also I'm not sure if I want to read this because some people say it was kind of boring, like felt too long, but then somebody else said they read it in a day because of the 12 consecutive dates made it really bingeable to just like read all of them. So I don't know how it's gonna be like for me, so that's why I'm kind of uncertain about this one. That's pretty much it. There's one other book that I recently heard of, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna read it. It's called Verity Vox and the Curse of Foxfire. It's about this witch girl. She's really good at solving all kinds of problems, so she gets invited to Foxfire and they ask her to solve some stuff. This is an Autumn book, but then I saw some like kind of negative reviews about it, that it sounds good but it just felt too dragged or something. But then there are also some good reviews that said it's so atmospheric and cozy and delightful. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna read this one. And that is it. That is my autumn TBR. Autumn, winter, and Christmas TBR, yes. If you have any recommendations for me, then please do let me know. Oh, I wanted to mention a few more, but these I really don't think I'm gonna read. Like, if I just now said that I wasn't certain about the last few, these ones I probably am not at all. So they're not on my TBR, but I just still want to put them out there in case you guys want to read them. First is Jane Eyre. I wanted to read this autumn, but I decided not to put on my TBR because I do have some other classics that I should get to. For example, Agatha Christie, Emma. I've got classic choices for now. Next is A Sorcery of Thorns and Enchantment of Ravens. These sound like really good for autumn or winter, but I just probably not gonna put them on my TBR. And also Emily Wildes. I was considering this, but I think I'd rather save this for spring. It seems more like a spring book in my opinion for some reason. And also there are some Russian books that I'll read. This is my Russian book stack. I'll show you guys one of them. Perfect because it looks like very festive autumn vibes. This is book 3 in the Girl with a Fox Tail series, which is like a light novel also, except it's Korean, not Japanese. Well, originally Korean, but then translated to Russian. And it has pictures. And then there's some other ones over here, but I'm not gonna get too deep into that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you're planning on reading these cold months, and if I should add anything to my TBR, any books out there that I should be aware of. Comment this autumny emoji if you made it this far. Subscribe. My Goodreads and social medias will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!